Hi and welcome to Python fast food restaurant system. Okay, this graphical user interface was developed using Python, so let me just show you guys how it works. I'm going to reset the system and select that. Just enter how many fries you like, how many onion rings, then right here how many fish, whatever, and here just enter the amount that you want. Okay, all they need to do is just click on the total. Okay, but in this case you must enter some amount in there. Let's say you are handling to the cashier 120. Just click on that and you see your change. That's your change right there. Okay, so you can then reset and just attend to the second customer. Let's say the second customer is only going for about 6 of those and 5 of these, and that's all there is that the customer wants. So you can either select, or supposing the customer hand gives you a debit card, click on debit card and there just add that up. So what I'll do now is to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now. Hi, this is Python tutorial. In this session I'm going to be developing what is known as fast food restaurant system. So let's start by importing as follows. Then from tk inner I'm going to import it all. Just enter a star there. Then I will also import, I don't know, I might need the random, so let's import that. Let's import time, that might be needed as well. Let's go for, let's say, date and time as well. There. Then I'm going to need as follows, because I'm going to need a combo box, so I'm going to import that. Then the next thing is, let me give it a name. I'll call it root. Let's go for tk. Yeah. Then the next thing I want to do is, let me define the geometry of this root. So that's going to be geometry. That is to do with the size of my frame. So let me go for 1350, let's say, times 750 plus 0 plus 0. So what that means is the coordinate to be, the width is 1350, the height is 750, while the coordinate is 0 by 0. That means it starts from somewhere there. Alright, now let's give this app a name. So the title is going to be, let's call it fast food restaurant. Okay, that's going to be my title. Alright, so the next thing now is, let's define some frames, or maybe let's close this so that you guys see the title anyway. Let's close it for now. So to close it, right underneath here I just need to enter root dot main loop there. Okay, so let's save this. Let's come to file. I'll just copy all of these. I'll copy that. That's what I will be calling it anyway. Save as, and let's look for a location where I'll be able to support everything. I think I have something in here. There, why not? Let's save it right there. Okay, I'll just save it in here. So I'm gonna go for pi underscore there. So that is the name of my file there. Okay, now the app is saved, so let's run it and see how it will look like. There we go, guys. That's just right. Okay, you can see 1350 by 700. That's brilliant. Okay, so let's continue. I'm just going to close that now, close that, and get back to my program. And right there I will now enter my, we're going to need some frames to take care of this whole process. So let's start with, let's call that top frame. So equals frame, so root. Okay, that means the frame is going to be right inside the root. So let's go for the width. Let's go for 1350, and the height maybe something 50, between 50 and 100. So for now let's say 100. We can always change that. And border equals, let's go for maybe 12, and I would like it to raise it up, so let's go for raised right there. Yeah, close that. If I save it, save my whole system, and let's run it and see what I've done so far. Okay, so we are not able to see that yet. Let's see, because we need to actually pack it. Let's come here, tops dot pack, and let's say size equals right at the top. Let's make that capital letter. Yeah, let's press Ctrl S and press F5 to run it and see. There we go, guys. So what I'll do now is to maybe I should enter the title there. Okay, let me go for a title right there. So the title will be Restaurant Management System. Okay, right underneath here, let me enter my title. Let's just call that LDL title. Okay, equals label, and the label will be right inside tops, which is this very frame right there, and enter a comma. Let's specify our font, and that's my font there. Maybe you just set it for area there. I need one here as well. Okay, comma, the size of the font, maybe go for 50. Let's see what's going to happen with 50, and enter a comma there, and let's make it bold and close that. What about the text in there? The text in there, that is going to be fast food restaurant. Let's close that, and I think I should maybe anchor it, or anchor it to the left. No, let's try it out first. Let's come down here and just pack it, then we take it from there. Dot grilled, and I want it to be in row equals 0, column equals 0 as well, equals 0. Close that. Alright, so let's save and just see what we've done so far. Let's run it and see. Okay, something is missing. Yeah, there's supposed to be an equal sign there. So we save it again and just try that out. Let's see, that is how it looks like for now, but I want it to go all the way. So let's close that and make it go all the way. Maybe if I move it, add some space in here and some more space in here to give me, let's see. All right. Okay, let's, instead of that, how about let's just tab it, use a tab for it and see what will happen. Let's say tab, another tab here. Now let's go for one first and one here. Let's see what's going to happen then. Save and run it. Okay, so I need some more space in here. Alright, so let me just fix that, then I'll get back to you guys. I think 3 tabs to the right should get that sorted, so let's see. Alright, okay, then with the 3 tab I think that looks a little bit alright, so let's close that. The next thing is to add some frames to the, let me just copy that frames below the below the top frame, so that will be known as, because I want you to be at the bottom, so let's just call that bottom frame, and that bottom frame I will have to divide that. So let's go for bottom frame or bottom main frame. Okay, because there will be some other frames within this bottom main frame, so I'm going to copy that, just paste that in here. Now the height of this bottom main frame, let's make that approximately 650. So 650 plus this, that's 750, and that will be right at the bottom. Okay, there. Yeah, that should do it. Let's save and run. Okay, I have my bottom main frame there, just how I want it. So I'm now going to divide this bottom main frame into three parts, so which means I need some other frames to take care of that. Okay, let's create our 3 frames. So let me just copy this. I'm going to put it, just paste it right underneath there. So those are my 3 frames. Now they're going to be right inside the bottom frame, so let's change all of this, and that will be frame 1. So let's just call it F1. Let's go for lowercase F1 there. So the middle one will be F2. F2, then the far right frame, that will be F3. Those are my frames. Now let's change the width. Let's go for 450 each. When you divide this, that should give us 450. Okay, alright, let's see how it will look like for now, but we need to change this anyway. Let's change that to left. I have left. Another one would be to the left. I think they can all be left to left, or this one, make this one right. Alright, let's save it. Control S, press F5. Let's see how it will look like. Now I have my 3 frames, 1, 2 and 3. So F1, F2 and F3. That is good, guys. So let's close that. Now that we have F1, F2 and F3, inside F1 I want some checkbox inside F1, and F2 I will have to divide that into two parts, top and bottom. Okay, maybe we should divide F2 first. Let's divide F2, copy F2, and maybe paste it right underneath F2. Let's everything there. So F2 will be divided into two. One of them, maybe one will be, the top one might be, let's go for 250 and 200. And this is F2 top, so let's enter top there, then F2 bottom. Let's copy that, paste that in here, and they are right inside F2, so let's delete that. Let's enter F2 here and repeat the same thing for this one, F2. I suppose you guys are following. Now we need to reduce this, the height, or the width should be 450. That's correct. Is the height that I was meant to change. So the height, let's make this one 450 and we'll make this 200. Yeah. Okay, now we need to change this. Let's change this to bottom, and this one we change this to top. So that should do it. Go to file, save, let's run it and see. And right there guys, you see my frame, top and bottom frame. Okay, maybe we can just add more to that, and we can just make this 300 anyway. Let's make it 3 and this one 350. Yeah, and maybe we change this to around 4 and 4. Save, press F5. Okay, that is much better now. Okay, that's fine. So our frame is defined. Okay, before I add a checkbox, because I intend to add some checkbox here, here and here, let me declare some variables first. Let's come in here and enter, let's make it lowercase, var1 equals int variable that is 1. Let's say var2 equals int variable, and my variable number 3 equals int variable. So I'm gonna speed that up. So those are the variables. Okay, let's assign some value into this variable. So we go for variable 1. Let's set that. So set, we make that 0, and variable 2, let's set that 0 as well. We'll just speed that up. Okay, those are all my variables right there. Let's format that. There we go. Okay, I have 21 of those and 22 of those. I mean, I'm gonna need more variables, but for now, right below here, let's create our checkbox. Okay, let's come down here and just enter the following. So the first, I want that to be fries, so I'm just going to call that fries. Equals check button. So and I want it inside F1. Okay, so comma. What about the text on it equals, or let's just call it fries. That would be the text on it. Close that. We need to close it here as well. Yeah. Now let's say comma variable, in this case equals variable 1, comma, and the value, make that value equals 1. That means checked. Then let's say if not checked, the value in this case will be equals to 0. Alright, so let's press enter. The next thing is, let me just enter my font equals area. I want to be consistent with the font, so let's leave that as area. Let's say 18, and let's make it bold as well. Yeah, that is for the font, and let's close that here, comma. Now we will not enter any. Okay, let's just close that for now and run it, and we'll see it. Let's say grade, and let's go for row equals 1, column, row equals 1. What about column? We do need a column for it, and column will be 0. Yeah, column equals 0 because I'm going to need a text to the right of this one. Alright, close that. And I need a title. Let me just copy this title here. I'm going to copy this. Let's paste it here. That will be mail. Let's change this to mail, and this will change this to mail as well. Okay, that's a label. We want it inside F1, and let's go for about 18. Then what we want to need, I'm going to call that fast food meal. Then okay, fast food meal and vegetarian, or maybe fast meal and vegetarian. Okay, there. Let's get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this as well. Let's just say meal and fast food and vegetarian. Okay, fast food, meal and vegetarian. Let's see how it will look like for now. And that's column 0, that's 0 as well, 1 and 0. I'm going to save that, run and save it, and just see how it looks like. Okay, oh, that's wrong. That's supposed to be a comma. Let's try it again. Alright, there we go. But we do have an error here. Okay, row 1, there's nothing like that. Let's see, where did I have row equals 1? Okay, let's run it again. There we go, guys. You see that? But I want it to the left. So let's enter something here. Let's say strictly equals west. Okay, save, run. Okay, that's more like it. Now I then need a text box here. Okay, let's grab a text box in place. I want the text box right underneath, so I'm going to call that text box txt fries. That'll be txt fries, equals, so that will be entry for the text box here, and we want it inside frame 1. Maybe just copy. I want it right inside frame 1. Okay, frame 1, comma, and the font, I'm going to copy all of this, paste it right here. That's for the font. Okay, if that's the font, what about variable? Let's say text variable equals fries. Let's go for fries there. I'm gonna have to declare that variable though, because it's not declared. Comma, what about my width? Let's go for maybe something 6. We can always adjust that, and justify, let's say we say justify equals left. I might not need that, but let's see. If it doesn't work, we change it. Then the state, I want it disabled, so let's call that disabled. That's in capital letter there. Now let's close that. Okay, then we need to enter it in a braille. txt fries, let's say dot grid. We want it in row equals, we want it in row number 2. We have this in row 1, row 2, and the column in this case is going to be column 1. No, column 1, right? Column equals 1. This actually should be on row 1 here. Row 1, column 1. Okay, let's close that. File, let's come in here, save, run, and see how that looks like. Okay, we have an error. What's the error about? Alright, I need to declare this here. I should have declared it earlier. I'm gonna copy it though and come right here. Maybe. Okay, let's paste it right underneath here. Paste right there. And what data type should I use for it? Okay, I'll just call the data type. Let's go for string. Of course, I can also accept number in there. Okay, what about the value? Do I want any value in there? So let's say dot. I think I want something 0 in there. Okay. Alright, let's run it and see. Save and run. There we go. Just copy all of this. Just this. Yeah. Copy that. And this is supposed to be the title. Okay, so all I just need to do now is to actually change the name of what I have on the menu. So this will be txt salad. So let's copy that. Copy. That is the name, salad. And we have salad here. And this one will be on row 1, row 2. Why this one is 2, 1. That is fine. Okay. And the variable in this case will be variable salad equals as follows. I suppose you guys are following. Okay, so run this, copy, paste, and now the variable itself. Let's paste the variable right in here. The variable is salad. There. So let's go to file, let's run it. Let's see, there we go. Okay, we just need to change this to salad. Let's come back in there. Okay, this is supposed to be salad in here. Yeah, right. The checkbox, that's the checkbox salad, and when you click on this, that will enable that. That's what I intend to do. And we also have, okay, that's wrong. Let's change the variable of that checkbox to number 2. That is 2. Yeah. Okay, that's 1 and 2. Alright, so I will now speed that up. Now that you guys get the whole idea, all I just need to do now is copy and paste. So copy all of this again. That'll be my third one. And just change the names around. So let's speed that up now. Okay guys, I've finished with the first frame. Here are the lines of codes and the variables. Let me show you the variables that we declare for those. Those are the variables for frame 1, and those are the codes. Okay, right here I will start the second frame. So let's run it so that you guys have a look. And there, that is how it looks like. So I need some content in here and here. So let's speed that up. Coming down here, frame 2, and we have the content of frame 2 that we copied from here. Okay, so I'm just going to run it. That's frame 2. I've copied everything in frame 1. Let's see how that looks like. Now let's come back in here and see what's going on. Okay, I think the error here is to do with where the frame is meant to be. So let's close that. I think the frame is meant to be alright, top. Okay, let's copy that, and we're gonna replace all of that here. So this will be frame 2. Frame 2 as well. Frame 2 top. Okay, we're almost there now. Yeah. Okay. Now let's save and run. And there we go, guys. So now that we know what we're doing, we can now speed it all up. So let's do that. Alright, this is how the whole interface looks now. I've completed all of these, the third frame and the second frame here as well. Okay, but none of them actually do anything. So what I'll do now is, let me show you guys the whole code that make up all of this. Let's come in here. I'm going to take it from the top, so have a good look at it, and that's where I've imported all of those libraries. Then here, that's the definition for my framework, and here those are all of the frames. Okay, so take it down. Here I have all of the variables that I've declared, and here I've assigned values, zeros to the variables. I have more variables here. There they are, and more variables. That's it. From there down here, there's more of those up to here. There's going to be more variables anyway because it's a large program. And here I've assigned values to those variables. And here, that's my very first frame that you guys saw earlier on. Have a good look at it. those are the lines of codes. All you need to do is, once you are able to put one together, you can just copy and paste. Now this is the second frame. Up to here, the first part of the second frame. Okay, and here I have the third frame right here. That's the third frame up to here. Okay, and right down here I then have the second part of the second frame here, which is to the bottom, really the bottom part of the second frame. Okay, let's just give the name there. Frame 2 bottom. Okay, and right there I also have, in the second part of the second frame, I also have the buttons. Okay, I have the buttons there. Alright, and here I just have new lines to sort of like move it up, to move the button up for me. But as you can see, the code does nothing. All I just have is the components that I've put together. So we will now work out how to put the calculation together. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial. I'll see you guys in the second part.